Hey cycling community, this is Steve Grusis, the Cycling Greek. Today is the culmination of my 3+ months of post-Afib preparation, the official 4-lane time trial. There's about 25 to 30 people participating. With my previous old guy PR set on this, I have extra motivation. I have to protect my old guy fast status, which I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do today. I'm in the 61+ category, and there's this other guy who's very close to me, who by his numbers is at least as fast as I am. Whichever way it turns out, it's going to be a great day.
When I first found out I had Afib about 4 months ago, my first question was, can I race next year? Since there were no other problems with my heart, the doctor could not think of a reason why not. Now I took that with a grain of salt because, although he was a cyclist, he was more of a shorter distance recreational cyclist. After I was zapped or cardioverted out of Afib, I developed a plan for my comeback to see if I can race for next year. The first part of that plan was being able to do long, strong efforts without negative consequences, and today is that final test. This is a story of how I got to this point. The first thing I did was establish parameters or rules for my backup plan. After I got cardioverted, I spent 2 weeks increasing my saddle time. I would limit my bike time to 3 times per week. I was to be well rested and never ride tired, although I did blow that in a big way once and I went back into Afib temporarily. That was a lesson learned. I would focus on long, steady efforts, and my training plan would be modeled using periodization. Each of my 3 training blocks post-Afib were 4 weeks long, with 3 weeks of focused work and 1 week of greatly diminished workload. Each block would build on the previous block. Each of the 3 weekly rides would have focus. There would be no aimless riding. The first training block established the initial base and set the tone. Most of my saddle time would have a focused effort. Even though I was using my easiest gear on the long climb and getting used to climbing again, by the 3rd week of the training block, both my speed and intensity were focused and steady. Same thing went for my 1-hour high cadence workout. By the end of the 3rd week, doing 2+ hours of endurance was not a problem. After an active rest week, which included time off the bike, block number 2 was built on the work done in block number 1. On my long climbing workout, I would now never go below my 2nd easiest gear. By the end of the 3rd week, I would be spending long periods of time in a much bigger gear. I again used the same concept for my 1-hour flatland workout. As for my endurance ride, I started riding with the group, although I would back off and go solo when it went past a certain intensity. Everyone was pretty much stronger than I was, and many of them were riding like they were during the race season. The last block before the time trial had me increasing my effort even more. For my long climb ride, I was doing 5 minutes in a big gear, then 5 minutes in a reasonably small gear, all the way up, at threshold or just below. My 1-hour flatland training was now sweet spot training, at about zone 3.5. On my endurance rides, I was now easily hanging with the group and sometimes testing myself with the fastest riders. My training plan and the effort I put in executing it culminated in a very good time trial. Not only did I get a 10th place with a 48:32, I got a new PR by 10 seconds over my best previous old guy time established 3 years ago. A special shout out goes to the 2nd place finisher in the old guy 61+ category, Ken. Not only is he 5 years older at 67 years old, he only finished 70 seconds behind me. That is an amazing effort. Other than my heart talking to me at the 1K to go sign, I passed the test with being able to do long, steady efforts with no negative consequences. So what's next for me? The next step will be if my heart can take true race-type conditions. In my December training block, I will begin to introduce immediate high-intensity efforts. And in January, race play with the team will begin. My next and last test will take place the first weekend of February at my very first road race of the season.
Steven comes up here in 40 seconds. He's the fastest old guy. That was a good effort. I may have gotten close to PR the segment. We'll find out. I gotta get to a wedding. Comment, like, subscribe, and share this with Cycling Greek.